So, what can we do with these very intense emotions? What if just sitting with our emotions just doesn't feel like an option? And I wanted to give something very practical that can help, because some of these emotions are very intense. So I'm not dismissing their intensity and saying, well, just sit with it no matter what. So something practical that you can do is allow this energy to take form. Now, what I mean by this is these emotions is just energy in motion. They're just emotions that are within, but there's a suppression of this emotion. And a lot of this suppression is not even noticed. So it's what's considered repression, meaning that it's just unconscious, that you're just unaware that you're actually pushing down, that there's this unconscious resisting that's happening. So allowing this energy to be expressed and take form could look like going for a run, doing a little bit of a workout, dancing, singing, journaling, creating something, playing music. Something a little softer, perhaps, maybe some Tai Chi, some Hatha Yoga. Painting. Something like this allows these emotions to come up, not all at once, but allows them to come up and be expressed. Sometimes if we just sit and we hear someone say, well, you just got to sit with your emotions. Just allow the emotions. Just feel your emotions. Stop fighting your emotions. Just be with the emotions. All of this, it kind of feels like almost too overwhelming. Like there's just too much there. So what's practical is allowing these emotions to be expressed and allow them to take some shape and form. Allow these emotions to be expressed in some painting. Allow the emotions to come out through the music. Allow some of those emotions that are very intense, maybe some anger, some rage, allow that to come out in something that's very physical. Because this physical expression is really an expression of that same energy. The creative expression is really the same energy. It's all the same energy. There's just different expressions of that one energy. And what you'll find is not only is it a way to express that energy, but you're also feeling that energy. So you're feeling the energy in order to express it. You can't get around it. There might be a lot of bottled up rage and anger, but you're feeling that energy. Maybe hitting a punching bag, going to the gym, sprinting, doing something very vigorous, very intense. See that intensity of that energy, the intense emotions of anger and rage. Well, that can be expressed through an intense workout, through intense activity. And likewise, some of this softer type of energy, some sadness, some sorrow. Maybe this comes out playing the violin or the piano. So these activities are a way to really feel these intense emotions, these emotions that are just being stored, you could say, as well as it's a way to express them. Where it feels more, what's the word here? Not so overwhelming. Not like you just sit, some meditation posture, and just feel all of this. When that feels too overwhelming, that's when it's best to just get up and dance. Just let loose. We find that actually that dance is the meditation. At that point, it would be better to dance than it would be to try and sit on a mat and try and feel these emotions like that. It might be better to actually get up and run, or just do some wind sprints or some sort of Tabata or CrossFit workout or something that's very intense. Punching bag. That at that time would be a better activity than trying to just sit. But one of the reasons why we don't even do that is because even that is being suppressed. To just play some music and sing or dance around your house, just get up and run or stretch or do something. So it's kind of breaking through that conditioning. And really, it's the freedom of expressing yourself. Because to express yourself is freedom. And that's all that wants to happen. Is there's just some emotions here. There's just some energy that's just coming up. And it's saying, hey, can you feel me fully? Can I be expressed? And you see what's happening is it's like, not today. No. No. A lot of it is just this kind of society that we're living in. Sitting as like an accountant in a cubicle on a chair 8 hours a day. It's kind of like there's some stuff that's just being bottled up here, just wants to just break free. It's these emotions. These emotions are not separate from you. And your true nature is freedom. So you see, these emotions just want to be free. They're just like you. You want to be free. These emotions want to be free. How ironic. But there's something that's resisting that freedom. There's something that's oppressing them. That's saying, no, you can't be free. It just wants to come out. So these kind of activities that I've named, the dance, the gardening, the singing, Tai Chi, some yoga, painting, journaling, singing, these type of activities, it's seen as more of like an outlet. And it's like an invitation. And whatever just feels natural to you. If the Tai Chi doesn't feel natural, then don't do the Tai Chi. If you don't want to journal, don't journal. Maybe you like to dance. Maybe you just want to go for a run. So it's about just picking whatever feels natural. And what you'll find is you're able to give those emotions some attention. You're able to feel them fully, and you're able to allow them to be expressed freely. And what you'll find is actually that activity, maybe the gardening, maybe the running, maybe the journaling, painting, creating something, whatever it is you'll find that that activity becomes a form of self-expression. You might play sad music. You might play angry music. You might allow all that rage to come out in sprinting or sparring, hitting the punching bag. You might allow that guilt to come out on the page of a journal. Writing a letter to someone anonymous, but just the sake of writing it. And maybe no one sees it. But just that writing is allowing you to feel those feelings and allow those feelings to be expressed, to allow them to take shape, form, as the words in a journal. As the paint on a canvas. Whatever it is. But you'll find that these emotions, this energy, is now starting to freely express itself. And it will feel like at the start, like you just let a little bit out here, your Wednesday workouts or, your paint night. But then you start noticing that actually you're finding more and more daily activities that you're able to express yourself. You start cooking. You start dancing. You start singing. You start picking up an instrument. A lot of these things just start happening. And you start expressing yourself more and more. And really, this journey is really about you finding full expression. That you continue to express yourself more and more. That everything is self-expression. That what appears to be your life is self-expression. That's all these videos are, is just self-expression. And then you start seeing that then there's no suppression. All there is just expression. And this full expression is freedom. So there's no more trying to control the feelings, no more trying to resist them and push them down. Everything is just free to be. There's just this free-flowing energy. That's not trying to be caged. You're not trying to put in a box. You're not trying to control it, manipulate it. And it's just this genuine, authentic, raw expression of energy. It's very unfiltered. There's a liveness that's flowing. You're feeling this aliveness. And this is actually what was being suppressed, was this aliveness. Without feeling these emotions, life was just dry. This is the juice of life. It's in these emotions, expressing yourself. This is what makes life colorful. This is the vibrancy. And when everything that you're doing is just this freedom of expression, there's this vitality, this aliveness. This love for life. That to express yourself fully is a joy in itself. That you see that actually suppressing yourself, that's what felt so unnatural. But it's so natural to express yourself. That you're just expressing what you are. You're just simply being yourself. There's no shoulds, there's no shouldn'ts. There's no how to be. You're just being. There's no how. It's just so genuine. It's so authentic. It's just so you. And because you're just expressing yourself, You're expressing your uniqueness. This uniqueness is just pouring out of you. It's an embrace of this uniqueness that you are. And that embracing your uniqueness is really the love for yourself. It's this unconditional love. That this unconditional love is unconditional freedom. That you fully embrace yourself. That you love yourself so much that you're allowing yourself to be unconditionally free. You love yourself so much that you're allowing yourself to unconditionally express. And this full expression is actually effortless because it just naturally comes out. It's just pouring out of you. That your highest expression is effortless. The effort was trying to hold this down. The effort was from suppressing. The effort was from limiting. So to suppress those feelings is really to suppress yourself. And when you're suppressing yourself, it's not going to feel good. Because it just feels good to express yourself. It doesn't matter if it's sadness that's being played in the music. That's going to feel good. It doesn't matter if it's anger that you're running or boxing or doing some workout. That's going to feel good. It doesn't matter if you're journaling about guilt or grief. That's going to feel good. It's going to feel good to express. People typically call it like a release. It feels good to release. Well, what is that release? That release is really an expression. I just released that emotion. It feels so good to release it. What you're saying is it felt good to express the emotion. To express is natural. And that's what we all long for, is to simply be ourselves and express ourselves fully. Hopefully this helps. See you in the next one.